5 words, spoken calmly, with the cold stare of someone who's not afraid anymore. That's how Baby Gang, real name Zaccaria Mohib, said goodbye to prison. He stepped out, looked straight into the cameras, climbed into his Lamborghini, and in a few seconds he broke the internet. Some called him a symbol, a product of a system that crushes kids from the streets. Others saw just another arrogant rapper playing gangster, protected by fame and lawyers. But behind that one sentence was something deeper. The story of a boy who became a national phenomenon before he even understood what fame really was. Zaccaria grew up in Calolzio Corte, a small town near Lecco. Son of Moroccan immigrants, raised between poverty, street fights, and anger. That anger became his weapon and his downfall. Over the years, arrests, trials, and probation became part of his story. For most people, that would be the end. For him, it was the start of a brand. Because in his world, rebellion sells. The more the system tries to silence him, the louder his name gets online. But everything changed on September 11th. Milan was full of tourists and lights. Baby Gang was sleeping in a hotel room after performing at a concert with Emmy's Killa. Then the door bursts open. Police storm in. Inside a napkin holder, they find a pistol with the serial number scratched off. At his house in Calolzio Corte, they find 2 more. 3 illegal guns. No more excuses. According to investigators, it all started weeks earlier when police found an AK-47, a real assault rifle, connected to a criminal family called Hedam. That rifle was allegedly used in Baby Gang's music videos. Not a prop, a real weapon. And for the prosecutors, that was it, the line between fiction and reality was gone. When asked why he carried a gun, Baby Gang said, "I'm scared of getting robbed. The chain around my neck is worth more than 200,000 euros. A single sentence that perfectly describes his world, where fear and luxury live in the same pocket. But the law didn't care, and once again, he was sent straight back to prison. This time, though, something changed. Behind the angry headlines, the judges saw something else. Not just a rebel rapper, but a young man broken by addiction, by pressure, and by a fame that was eating him alive. Judge Fiammetta Modica made a decision nobody expected. She ordered his release, but not his freedom. Baby Gang was sent to a rehabilitation community near Milan. House arrest, an ankle monitor, no phones, no social media, no contact with the outside world. If he breaks even one rule, he's back behind bars. For many, it was a scandal. For others, it was justice finally showing compassion. Because for the first time, Italy didn't see him as a criminal, but as someone sick, someone who needed help. His lawyer, Niccolo Vecchioni, built a different kind of defense. Not about fame, not about money, about the human behind the stage name. He proved Baby Gang was struggling with cannabis and alcohol addiction, that he suffered from a psychological obsession with weapons, not to harm, but to feel in control. In his mind, the gun wasn't for violence, it was protection. And that argument worked. The judge agreed. He didn't need another cell, he needed treatment. But this isn't the first time Baby Gang has been given a second chance. In 2022, he was arrested with fellow rapper Simba La Rue for a series of robberies in Milan and Brianza. He said he was innocent, that he was just telling stories from the street, not living them. Then came the Milan shooting. He didn't pull the trigger, but real weapons were there, enough to mark him forever. Even under house arrest, he posted a photo with a gun. The court went crazy. Violation of his conditions. Back to jail. But his team argued it was part of a music video approved by the court. Once again, art and reality collided. Every time he tries to make music, the law drags him back to court. Every time he tries to change, the internet pulls him back to chaos. Baby Gang is trapped between 2 worlds: Zaccaria, the man, and Baby Gang, the image. When Judge Modica released him this time, it wasn't because she believed he was innocent, but because she believed he still had a chance to change. Now, instead of the spotlight, he faces silence. No Lamborghini, no fans, just therapy, schedules, and rules. For the first time, he's not performing. He's just himself. Outside, millions argue about him. Inside, he's fighting himself. Maybe this really is his last chance. Maybe not. Behind the gold chains and the headlines, there's still a boy who never really got to be one. A kid caught between two cultures, two identities, and two versions of himself. The judge wrote, "He's still young. He can change. But time will tell, because one thing's certain, second chances don't last forever." So what do you think? Is this the start of Baby Gang's redemption, or just another chapter in his chaos?